We were about 10 miles off San Carlos, on the east coast of Mexico. We happened to be my old friend, Dr. Graham, director of the Miami Marine Institute, and myself, Mike Nelson. Dr. Graham had sold me on exploring an underwater cave. He had pretty solid evidence that it contained some fossils more than 80 million years old. If true, this could be one of the most important scientific finds in years, or it could be a washout. It was my job to prove it, one way or the other. Dr. Graham first learned about the cave when he received a package of underwater photos from someone in San Carlos. They showed the entrance to the cave and a fossil that had been found just beyond it. The photos had been taken by an American artist named Carter, who said that currents made the cave inaccessible. There was just no way of getting into it. Well, Carter had to be wrong. There didn't seem to be any currents down here to speak of. Upstairs, Dr. Graham could see me on the closed-circuit TV setup. He'd been quite worried about Carter's warning. Suddenly, I gave him and myself something to worry about for real. A maze of currents, seemingly from out of nowhere, hit me like pile drivers. It was the strangest turbulence I'd ever been in. Getting through that vortex and into the cave would take all the strength and skill I had, plus a lot of luck. It turned out that a lot of it was bad luck. On my next pass at the cave, I tried something new. I released some dye, hoping it might show me some kind of a clear channel through the turbulence. No matter from what point I tried it, my experiment just proved that there was no way of outguessing these peculiar currents. No way of predicting them either. To make my way any distance into the cave, I was going to need extra help.
You all right, Mike?
Oh, sure. Well, I found the cave. We're halfway home.
In 53 hours, we'll be all the way home, to the States, that is. That picture was very clear. That turbulence was positively frightening.
Oh, you know how TV exaggerates everything?
Yes, but I don't like violence. I'm prepared to risk anything for those fossils. But, Mike, your life is not one of them.
Well, I think I could have made it if I had enough power.
What?
Special equipment. Sea scooter.
I may be as dense as my fossils, but, Mike, why is this challenge so irresistible to you?
Oh, you want those fossils, don't you?
Of course I do, but...
Well?
What do you have in mind?
A fast trip to San Carlos. See if we can find that guy that took those photos that you showed to me, huh? Apparently he's a diver. Maybe he's got a scooter. If he hasn't, maybe he can help me find somebody who has.
Yes, but San Carlos isn't on our way home.
Oh? But it might be an interesting detour.
we got to San Carlos, Dr. Graham went ashore for provisions. I put away my gear. I wouldn't need it till I located a scooter. I wasn't doing anything very unusual, but it sure interested my audience. Hi.
Hi. Pardon, senor. Is this your boat?
Uh-huh.
It is a very beautiful boat.
Oh, thanks. I think so, too.
You take very good care of it, senor.
Well, she's the only one I got.
Oh. Then you should not leave it unguarded.
Oh? I shouldn't, huh? What? Is this a tough neighborhood?
Si, senor. There's a very dangerous gang who play on the wharf.
Well, I have to go into the village. What do you suggest I do?
In my opinion, you should hire me to guard your boat for the small sum of 25 cents American.
Oh, you think that'd be a good idea, huh? Are you sure there's such a gang?
Very sure. I am their leader.
Oh, well, in that case, it's a pleasure to do business with such an upstanding young man. Hey, my friend, you watch that boat, huh? Oh. Now that you're working for me, maybe you can help me find an American by the name of Carter, huh?
The famous artist?
That's the one.
Si, senor. The American artist is the biggest attraction on my guided tour.
Guided tour, huh? Well, how much is that going to cost me?
You are very lucky, senor. It is the off-season, and I will give you the tour for the small sum of 25 cents American.
Who's going to be watching my boat?
It will be safe, senor. The dangerous gang is taking a siesta.
Oh, there you are. Catch it. Okay.
And this was the studio of our biggest attraction.
Hey, we can't just barge in like this. Nobody's home.
That is all right, senor. The American artist says I can come in anytime.
You sure?
Si, senor.
Yeah. How's that?
If that's a criticism, you can keep it to yourself. Once more.
And this is our biggest attraction in person.
Every town should have one.
Si, senor.
Thanks, huh, Don Juan? Back to your job, Don Juan.
Job?
There, you're watching my boat.
Si.
Oh, you see, it looks good from any angle.
It stinks from any angle.
What is it, anyway?
It's an underwater cave.
Oh, this is a cave that you wrote to us about, huh? I'm working with Dr. Graham. My name's Mike Nelson.
I'm Cheryl Carter. Yes, this is the same cave.
You know, I didn't expect you to be a woman.
Sorry.
Don't be. I wouldn't change a thing. Oh, this sure doesn't look like the cave that I saw. Of course, I was being knocked around a little bit at the time.
Didn't take my letter seriously, huh? I told you the cave was inaccessible.
I don't know. I was hoping that I'd prove you wrong.
And you didn't.
No, that's why I'm here. I need a scooter. Do you have one by any chance?
You haven't signed a suicide pact by any chance?
Nah, it's not that dangerous.
It is, too. I was darn near killed down there.
Well, I'd still like to try it. Do you have a scooter?
You know something? I wish I did. There isn't any equipment like that nearer than Key West. I don't suppose that would stop you, though, would it?
You always this helpful, or is today an exception, huh?
It's just that I don't like to see a person commit suicide. That's all.
Oh, neither do I. Thanks anyway, huh?
Please let me know if you locate a scooter. I'd like to be around if you try the cave again.
Oh, yeah? Why?
I'm a whiz with a first aid kit.
Hi, Don Juan.
Hi, Senor Mike. Were you successful with the senorita?
Is anybody?
You talked to her about the cave, no?
Hey, how'd you know about that?
One cannot be a good guide without knowing many things. Is it important that you get into the cave?
Yeah, very important.
There's something I should tell you.
As soon as I make this radio call, I'll be right with you.
I put in a call to Key West, to an underwater supply outfit that I'd done business with before. When I outlined my problem to them, they agreed to ship a scooter down to me, the most powerful one available. If I were right, it'd get me through the turbulence. And if Gerald Carter were right, it'd pile me up on the rocks.
All right, over and out. Oh, you sure went a lot of effort for this old bottle.
See, Senor Mike, for this bottle I did. As you can see, it is empty.
Yeah, sure it is. You expect something to be inside of it?
Tell me, Senor, what does a sailor do when he's shipwrecked on a lonely little island?
Oh, I don't know. I suppose he hopes another ship will come by, doesn't he?
See, he does that sometimes, but other times he finds a piece of paper. Then he searches for a bottle that has been washed ashore by the tide. And you know what he does then?
Well, sure, he writes a message.
But how? He has no pencil, and nothing grows on the island.
Hey, that poses a problem, doesn't it, huh?
It does, until he finds a pen.
Fountain pen, huh?
No, a pen.
That's what I said, a pen.
A pen, you know, like, ouch.
Oh, pen.
And after he's found this pen, he writes a secret message. In blood, Senor. His own blood.
Oh, boy, hey, that's real clever of him.
Then he puts the message in the bottle and throws it far beyond the waves, where the tide will carry it all over the world.
Yeah, well, I bet you've received a lot of those secret messages, huh?
I received none, Senor Mike.
Oh, you haven't?
No, but this is a very favorable time of year for secret messages.
I sure hope you get one real soon.
When mine comes, I will share it with you, Senor. Until then, I get 2 cents a bottle all year round.
What are you going to do with all that money you get?
I'm saving to buy a pair of fins. 6 more cases of empty bottles, and I'll have enough.
Come with me, huh? I think these pair might fit you.
For me?
For you. Come on, boy. Hey, you were going to tell me something about that cave. Huh?
Senorita Carter says no one can get inside. And she is never wrong, she says.
Yeah? Well, we'll show her a thing or two, won't we?
The scooter arrived at the dock early the next morning. So did Gerald Carter with their first aid kit. Don Juan, meantime, was in conference with his gang. What a character.
Why did you not tell Senor Mike about the other way into the cave?
Because he's here only for this job. And when it is over, we'll go home.
You did wrong, Don Juan. That's a very bad cave.
I want my amigo to stay in San Carlos.
See, he will stay in San Carlos. In the graveyard, maybe.
I'd used a lot of scooters, but this model seemed to deliver more power than most. All the same, it didn't have power enough to pull me in a straight course and into the cave. The currents at the entrance bucked me around like a bronco. If I moved at all, it was sideways.
Stay with it, Mike.
Go, man, go.
I had all I could do just to hold on to the scooter. That turned out to be a mistake. The current slammed the scooter back into my face. It cracked me so hard it just about knocked me out. I was like a fighter down for the count. I didn't know where I was or what was happening. I grabbed at the first object that I came into contact with. It turned out to be a rock. I couldn't seem to get organized. I couldn't see much either. The scooter had cracked my faceplate as well as my head.
Senor Mike?
We don't know. Dr. Gonzalez hasn't finished examining him yet.
He's going to be all right.
Good.
Are you sure, Senorita?
He's lucky he wasn't killed.
Senor Mike.
Oh, hello, Don Juan.
How are you feeling?
Well, looks like I'm going to be in San Carlos for a few days longer than I expected.
I'm sorry, Senor. It was my fault. I should have told you of the cave.
You're the only one who didn't.
I should have told you of the other way inside.
Other way? I must still be a little groggy. What do you mean, other way?
Si, Senor. It is true. There's another way into the cave.
For gosh sakes, why didn't you tell me this before?
I wanted you to stay in San Carlos forever.
Almost did.
I made you a map. I know what I did was wrong. It was selfish.
Well, this is a way into that cave from the land.
See. Please don't name me, amigo.
Dr. Graham, come in here, quick.
What is it, Mike? What's the matter?
Take a look at that. It's another way into the cave. Into those fossils you've been looking for.
Why, this is a land-based
That's
entrance.
right.
No turbulence to worry about that way.
Don't sound so disappointed.
This is wonderful.
Yeah, we got Don Juan to thank for it. Hey, where'd he go? Take a look, huh?
He's gone.
It was another few days before I was ready to work again. But Don Juan's map made it easy to get started. The land-based entrance to the cave was shaped something like a crater. Actually, it was a blowhole through the coral into the sea. I rigged a lifeline to make sure that I'd be able to get out as easily as I got in. It didn't take long to find the fossil bed for Dr. Graham. Digging out the fossils, though, would take time. And it could be dangerous. When you do any excavation work underwater, you risk starting a chain reaction. the whole wall could come down on me. I'd have to be mighty careful. I got the message. I'd have to be a lot more careful. Dr. Graham's enthusiasm spurred me on. I managed to clean out the major part of the fossil bed within 2 weeks. This last chunk of rock looked especially promising to me. But you need an expert eye, like Dr. Graham's, to know for sure. A week more and the job was done. All that remained was to say goodbye to the natives.
Hi, Mike. Got something for you.
Oh. Oh. Oh, something new has been added. What's this?
That's you.
Me? Oh, Gerald, friend to friend, don't you think you ought to give up painting and stick to diving?
I don't know why I like you so much.
You do?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so now you tell me, huh? When I'm ready to go home.
I've been trying to tell you all along, but you were too interested in fossils.
Hmm. Well, next time it won't be fossils.
There he is now, Mike. There's Don Juan.
Yeah, hold this, fella, will you? Be right back. Hey, Don Juan, I've been looking all over for you. Where you been keeping yourself?
Please forgive me, Senor Mike. Please forgive me.
For what? Well, if it hadn't been for you, I never would have found those fossils. And that map you made. Boy, that was a great job.
You really mean it, Senor?
Of course I mean it.
Then we're still amigos?
Ah, you bet we're still amigos. Come on, let's go. Sure tough to leave these wonderful people, huh, Dr. Graham?
Sure is.
Thanks a lot for this. We'll find a special place for it aboard, huh?
Sure.
Good luck, Mike.
Goodbye, Senor Mike.
Goodbye, Don Juan.
If you come back to San Carlos, I will guard your boat for free.
And you can finish that guided tour, too, huh? We'll take Cheryl along with us. You, look after our biggest attraction, huh?
See.
Mike, young Don Juan.
Hey, take the wheel a minute, huh? You got a pin?
A what?
You know, like ouch.
Like what?
I guess it was a silly idea. Here. Take a pen.
I hope Don Juan wouldn't mind too much that his first secret message turned out to be written in ink. I plan to go back to San Carlos someday and find out.
I'll be back next week at the same time with another sea hunt story. Plan to be with us again, huh?
"26 million miles from Earth as a rocket flies, Venus is a world of vapor, mist, and water. Landing on this planet demands special equipment and skills, and the know-how to survive and work hard underwater. Such knowledge doesn't come easy. It takes rigorous training, and the government was going all out to provide it. A special program had been set up, Operation Astronet. That's right, Astronet. These astronauts were women. Barbara Clinton was being trained to captain the expedition. 2 times winner of the Powder Puff Derby and an active member of the Coast Guard Auxiliary Air Detachment, she had great self-confidence and lightning reflexes. Dana Perry was to be navigator and medical technician, a first-rate flyer, a graduate physiologist, and a near genius in math. She was a harsh critic of herself. Joanna Sue Tolliver would serve as the expedition's engineer. She was a hot pilot and a PhD in cybernetics. 1 half pixie, the other half expert rocketeer. Here and on Venus, the lives of Barbara Clinton, Dana Perry, and Joanna Sue depended mainly on 2 factors: their spacesuits and themselves, mostly themselves. But a spacesuit is only a machine, and no matter how perfect you make it, a machine can fail. Thanks to an accident, that's just what happened now. Dana Perry, navigator of a space crew, training for a Venus shot, was in danger of drowning. I'd seen the accident from my underwater observation post. I'd also seen that Dana couldn't handle it. I got down to her as fast as I could. I'm Mike Nelson. I'm a professional diver and a Commodore in the Coast Guard Auxiliary. My job now was supervising the underwater end of this training program, Operation Astronet. Making emergency repairs on the spacesuit wasn't any big deal, but Dana had reacted as if it were. That worried me plenty. Yielding to panic can kill you even faster in space than it can underwater. I got Dana aboard and onto the fantail of the Coast Guard cutter, our operating base. I was the only male allowed in this part of the ship.
Yes, sit down. Got some water in there.
Did you breathe in any? Did you swallow any water?
Just a little. Mike got to me in time. I'm afraid I panicked.
Yes, and you nearly killed yourself, too.
That suit failed us all. Tested out for pressure, not for a sudden impact.
Well, of course the suit failed. We've got to expect that and be prepared for it. For anything.
I'm very grateful, Mike. Really very grateful.
Forget about it now, will you? Huh?
Well, we've got to remember, girls, that if and when we do get to Venus, Mike won't be along.
Well, you'll just have to use your imaginations then. Right now, everybody below.
Not more medical checkups. Each night I just dream I'm turning into a little old guinea pig.
That's not what I dream about, darling.
Dana, you start taking blood pressures. I'll be with you in a minute. You'll just have to face it, my boy. 3 healthy girls, 1 man. They're trained technicians, but they're women, too.
Yeah, I noticed that.
Sometimes they act more like women than technicians. Especially Dana and Barbara. And especially where you're concerned.
Poor little old me, huh?
Well, you just keep on defending your honor, Mike. When in doubt, stay underwater.
Yeah, let me help you with that, honey child.
Would you? Why, whatever would poor little old me do without big, strong you all?
Hang on to your Confederate money, gals. The South will rise again. Make yourself useful, Dana. I'll help her.
Are we going to go down again today, Mike?
Yeah, right away. You can stay in your bathing suits, huh?
Thank goodness I almost roasted in that space here.
Same problem as yesterday?
Yeah, same problem. To set up an underwater base camp. Dana's got the specifications.
We'll have 3 hours to survey and prepare the construction site.
And if we don't make it?
Oh, we'll make it. We made it all right in the lab test. We're going to make it all right in the field test.
Those are my sentiments, too.
Dana was tensing up already. But I couldn't help her. Nobody could. It was a private fight. Dana against her own private fears. We headed for the area previously selected as the site of the underwater base camp. All the materials and tools to construct it had already been dropped. But before the astronauts went to work, I had to make sure of one factor which was essential to their safety and their success. Voice communication among the 3 of them.
This is a checkout on the radio circuit. Can you all read me? Barbara?
Loud and clear.
Dana?
Fine.
Joanna?
Sure thing.
Okay. It is now 0900. You have until 1200 hours.
They probably wouldn't need much more than 2 hours for the job. But their equipment included enough extra air tanks to keep them going up to 4. Each girl had a specific job or jobs to do. They lost no time doing them. Their years of training topside were paying off. They worked as a crew with skillful precision, putting together a piece of the future.
Ready for me, Dana? Okay, get the line.
From where I stood, Operation Astronet was clicking perfectly. And 4 tank changes later, the underwater base was almost completed, and Dana's fears apparently were under control. She and Barbara had set the main support mast in position. Now it was ready for rigging. Joanna pounded in the last of the mooring stakes.
We need some more attention in the guy line.
There went the rest of the air supply. The girls were safe, but the test had been wrecked, thanks to an accident that might be avoidable next time. But Dana was taking it personally. Through the glass of her faceplate, I could almost see the self-accusation in her eyes. She was convinced that it was her fault, that she wrecked the test single-handed. I had to set her straight about that, or next time she might accuse herself into a fatal disaster. If we were keeping a log of this voyage, the right entry now would be stormy weather. Because of what had just happened downstairs, the ship was tossing with trouble. Woman trouble.
What happened down there?
I'll give you 3 guesses. Don't bother. It probably sticks out all over me. I panicked again. I wrecked the whole operation. I almost killed Joanna. And I wanted to go into space. Me. I'm going up, all right. Up and out.
You stop it now. Piling up self-pity so high you can't see over it.
I'm just facing facts.
I agree with Dana. It was a mess down there. Dangerous mess. Could have been a disaster. I don't know whether she's accident-prone, or careless, or panicky. But boy, she adds up to a menace.
Shut up, Bob.
Now, wait a minute, you gals. That's what these field tests are for. They're designed to show up weaknesses, in you as well as the equipment.
Well, they did.
But the tests aren't over yet. There's a lot invested in you, Dana. Years of education and training. I thought you were one of the best. I still think you are.
But I panicked.
So that happens to the best of them. The important thing is whether or not you can conquer it.
Thanks, but I don't think I can.
You can't. Let me tell you, you won't. As Mike says, this is a crew. Everyone has to work together. Everyone depends on everybody else. I don't want my life depending upon some neurotic who's going to break down in an emergency. It's just not fair to the rest of us.
I've gone through 2 years of testing without breaking down. Maybe Mike's right. Maybe I can lick it.
Oh, you'd just love to turn into a heroine in front of him, wouldn't you? It was too much the way you wrapped yourself around him down there. Such a nice, cozy attack of panic. Wait.
Oh, don't. Stop it. Stop it.
Oh, girls. Come on, kids. Line it up.
No, come on.
All right, turn. Oh,
Don't do that. Come on.
come on, break it up, kids. Come on, stop it. Both of you. Come on.
No.
Oh.
It's not worth it. Come on, Dr. Barnes.
Well, what can I do?
Stop it. Now, will you stop it? Cut it out. Stop it. Take care of it.
Let go of me. Oh, what are you doing? Move. Come on, let's go. Now, go me.
I'm sorry, Mike.
So am I.
Oh!
Remind me never to get into an argument with you, mister.
Well, I wouldn't throw you overboard, Dr. Barnes. You outrank me.
Well, you certainly cleared the air nicely. Dana told me in no uncertain terms that she's fighting mad, she's not going to wash out, And she's going to prove it to all of us.
She'll get a chance soon. We're going down in a few minutes again.
Good.
Well, the hour's up and I'm ready.
Good.
I'm here.
Where's Dana?
Who knows?
Dana? Dana Perry, you hear me?
Dig around, huh? Now, while we're cleaning up downstairs, we'll check out the equipment, especially the radios for clarity and range. Joanna will be in charge. It's an engineering problem.
She's not down there.
What?
But I just saw her.
Are you sure?
Her tank's missing. Only 3 radio sets.
I think she was trying to prove something to herself.
That's probably it. Better see if we can find her. Right, Joanna. Yeah.
I'm going down with you, Mike.
You?
Well, I'm a trained diver. I may not break any records, but I'll keep up with you.
Okay. I'll get your tank. I couldn't even guess where Dana had gone on her self-proving project, but I'd sighted sharks in this area. So just in case, I took along one of the few things that can stop them, a spear gun with a contact head. The base camp seemed the likeliest starting point for our search. We split up into teams, Dr. Barnes and Joanna, Barbara and me, hoping that we'd find her faster that way, before trouble did.
Dana, this is Mike. Answer if you're in range.
Dana, this is Dr. Barnes. Answer if you hear me.
That many fish scurrying for cover usually meant danger. It sure did this time.
But I heard something. Probably just interference. Dana, this is Dr. Barnes. Can you hear me? This is Dana. Can anyone hear me?
Yes, Dana. Yes, I read you. It's Mike.
Thank heaven, Mike, I need you.
This is Barbara. Where are you?
I'm in a crevice in some large rock, sort of a cliff.
I can spot it from here.
Mike, be careful. Both of you, be very careful. I'm pinned in here. There's a whole school of sharks.
Dana, listen carefully. Don't move.
I won't move.
I wanted my hands free, so I handed Barbara my spear gun.
Okay, Dana?
Mike, I'm afraid.
Don't excite them. Now, come on, slowly.
Seeing a shark that close up was too much for Barbara. She panicked and took my gun with her. I'd have to hold him off if I could with my knife until Dana got out of range. I risked a look over my shoulder and saw Barbara a short distance away, frozen with fear. Suddenly now, Dana got to her. She wrestled my spear gun away from Barbara and headed for me with it. Somehow that cured Barbara's panic. Now she wanted in on the fight, too. This killer must have hunted men before. He kept sizing me up from various angles, considering attack patterns, and gradually working his way into position for the deadliest possible pass. Now, with my spear gun, I at least had a fighting chance.
I am wet, tired, and very irritated at you.
I know, and I'm sorry. Honestly, I am. How do you feel, Dana? Fine. I licked it. Good.
It's your turn, I guess. Fire when ready.
Say, what happened down there?
I panicked.
You?
Me. Stainless steel heroin with the nylon hair fell apart like wet cardboard. Dana pulled me out of it.
All I did was stalk you. You went back by yourself.
Maybe. Maybe so. I hope so. I've never been afraid before. Never.
Fear is normal. Why, only a fool wouldn't be afraid of going into space.
It's kind of a relief to admit it.
We're both relieved. I was going to wash you out, you know. For your arrogance. I said was. Now I have high hopes that you'll relax into a human being.
She just needs to be left alone. It's all right, Barb. It's all right.
Now they're kissing cousins and you're just plain out in the cold. But don't you fret, honey, because the odds are still in your favor, and you just might get lucky.
Oh, no.
Hi there. I'm Lloyd Bridges. Skin diving is certainly a lot of fun, and it's full of adventure. See some more of it again next week, huh? When there'll be another excursion into that fabulous underwater world of Sea Hunt.